5 most overrated luxury watch brands of 2025. The controversial truth. Why do intelligent people spend 10,000 euros on a watch that's technically inferior to a 500 euro alternative? Welcome to the Lux Verdict. Today, I'm ranking the 5 most overrated luxury watch brands of 2025. And I guarantee you'll disagree with at least one of these picks. In fact, I'm counting on it. So, if you're about to drop your life savings on a luxury timepiece, watch this video first, because what I'm about to tell you might save you from making a very expensive mistake. 5. Hublot. More marketing than watchmaking. Coming in at number 5, Hublot. Now, before the Hublot fans start typing angry comments, hear me out. Hublot's slogan is the art of fusion, but what they're really fusing is aggressive marketing with mediocre watchmaking. Let me explain. Most Hublot watches use modified ETA movements, the same base calibers you'll find in watches costing 2,000 euros. But Hublot charges 15 to 25,000 euros for essentially the same movement in a flashier case. Yes, they modify it. Yes, they decorate it. But at the end of the day, you're paying a 15,000 euro premium for a rubber strap and some H-shaped screws. And let's talk about design. Hublot's aesthetic is polarizing. It's the watch equivalent of a Lamborghini. Loud, attention-seeking, and designed to be noticed, which is fine if that's your style. But is it timeless? Will you still want to wear that Big Bang in 10 years? Here's the real kicker. Hublot watches have terrible value retention. Buy a Big Bang for 20,000 euros and you'll be lucky to get 12,000 back in 5 years. That's a 40% loss. My verdict, Hublot is a marketing company that happens to make watches. If you want a conversation starter, buy a Hublot. If you want a watch, look elsewhere. 4. Panerai, living off past glory. Number 4, Panerai. Panerai has an incredible story. In the 1930s and 40s, they supplied watches to Italian Navy frogmen. These were tool watches built for combat divers, tough, legible, functional. But here's the problem. Panerai is still selling that story 70 years later. Modern Panerai watches are massive, 42 to 47 millimeters, which makes them unwearable for anyone with a wrist smaller than 7.5 inches. They're also incredibly thick, often 15 millimeters or more. And for what? Most Panerai watches use outsourced movements. Until recently, they were using ETA and Sellita calibers. Now they have in-house movements, but even those are fairly basic. You're paying 9 to 15,000 euros for a watch that's too big to fit under a shirt cuff with a movement that's technically inferior to a Rolex or Omega at the same price point. And let's be honest, Panerai's design hasn't evolved in decades. Every watch looks the same. Cushion case, crown guard, sandwich style. It's like they're stuck in 1945. My verdict? Panerai is living off its military heritage, but the watches themselves don't justify the price. They're one-trick ponies in an industry that rewards versatility. 3. Cartier. Watches, jewelry first, watches second. Number 3, Cartier. But specifically Cartier watches. Now, before you come for me, Cartier makes beautiful jewelry. Their designs are iconic. The Tank, the Santos, the Boulogne Blue, these are design masterpieces. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Cartier is a jewelry brand that makes watches, not a watch brand that makes jewelry. Let me give you an example. The Cartier Tank Française, a classic design, retails for around 5,000 euros. Beautiful watch, but open the case back and what do you find? A quartz movement, a battery-powered movement that costs about 20 euros wholesale. Now, I'm not saying quartz is bad. Quartz is accurate and low maintenance. But when you're charging 5,000 euros for a watch, I expect more than a €20 movement in a gold-plated case. Even Cartier's mechanical watches often use outsourced movements from ETA or Jaeger-LeCoultre. Yes, they modify them. Yes, they're beautifully finished. But you're paying a massive premium for the Cartier name, not for horological innovation. And here's the thing. If you want a true dress watch with real watchmaking substance, buy a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso. Similar price point, but you're getting an in-house movement from a manufacturer with actual watchmaking pedigree. My verdict? Cartier watches are jewelry pieces with watch complications. If you want a fashion statement, buy Cartier. If you want a watch, buy a watch brand. 2. Rolex, certain models. The hype machine. Number 2, Rolex. And yes, I know this is controversial. Let me be clear, Rolex makes excellent watches. The build quality is superb. The movements are robust and reliable. The brand has earned its reputation. But here's the problem. Rolex has become a victim of its own success. Or, more accurately, Rolex has weaponized artificial scarcity to create a hype bubble. Let's take the Submariner. Retail price around €9,000. Sounds reasonable, right? Except you can't buy one at retail. The wait list is 2 to 5 years. So if you want one now, you have to go to the gray market, where it'll cost you €14,000 to €16,000. That's a 70% markup. For what? The same watch, same movement, same quality. You're just paying an extra €6,000 because Rolex deliberately restricts supply. And let's talk about the Rolex game. To buy a Submariner or a Daytona at retail, you first have to build a purchase history with your authorized dealer. That means buying watches you don't want, like a Datejust or an Oyster Perpetual, just to get on the list for the watch you actually want. It's manipulative, it's artificial, and it's turned Rolex from a watch brand into a speculative asset. Here's the truth. If you want a Submariner-style dive watch with excellent quality, buy a Tudor Black Bay 58. It's made by Rolex's sister company, uses a Rolex-designed movement, costs €4,000, and you can actually buy one. My verdict? Rolex makes great watches, but the brand has created an artificial scarcity bubble that's turned watch collecting into a speculative game. Don't play the game. Buy the watch. 1. Richard Mille, the Emperor's New Clothes. And finally, number 1, Richard Mille. This is going to upset some people, but I'm gonna say it. Richard Mille is the most overrated watch brand in the world. Richard Mille watches cost anywhere from €150,000 to over €2 million. And for what? Let's break it down. Yes, Richard Mille uses exotic materials, titanium, carbon fiber, sapphire crystal cases. Yes, the movements are technically impressive, but the actual material cost of a Richard Mille watch is estimated at around €10,000 to €20,000. That means you're paying a 4,800% markup, not for craftsmanship, not for heritage, but for exclusivity. Richard Mille doesn't sell watches. They sell status symbols. They sell the idea that you're part of an elite club. And to be fair, they're very good at it. But here's the uncomfortable truth. From a pure watchmaking perspective, Richard Mille isn't doing anything that justifies a €500,000 price tag. You want a lightweight sports watch? Buy an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore in titanium for €50,000. You want a skeletonized movement? Buy a Hublot. Wait, no, I just said Hublot is overrated. Okay, buy a Zenith Defy for €15,000. You want to tell people you're rich? Just tell them. It'll cost you less than €500,000. My verdict? Richard Mille is the ultimate example of luxury as performance art. The watches are technically interesting, but the prices are absurd. You're not buying a watch, you're buying a flex. The verdict. What really matters. So, what's the takeaway here? Expensive doesn't mean better. Hype doesn't mean quality. And a high price tag doesn't guarantee craftsmanship. If you're going to spend serious money on a watch, buy it for the right reasons. Buy it because you appreciate the movement, because you love the design, because it has personal meaning. Don't buy it because Instagram told you to. Don't buy it because it's on a wait list, and definitely don't buy it because you think it makes you look rich. The best watch is the one you'll actually wear. The one that brings you joy every time you check the time. And sometimes that watch costs 4,000 euros, not 400,000. My verdict? Be a collector, not a consumer. Buy the watch, not the hype. If you disagree with this list, and I know you do, let me know in the comments. Tell me which brand I got wrong. Tell me why I'm an idiot. I love a good debate.